Hello, I am Rusty Pfeiffer and implemented a GUI-based object detection application which will take image from the user and detect the object in that image. It also facilitates with zoom and pan which for viewing the minute object in the image. So now here I start with the coding part. First of all, I have implemented some modules of the Python like CV2 for the object detection purpose, PyQt5 for the developing GUI. Then I defined a class named window and then followed by the default constructor. Then I've styled the window like I've resized it, set the minimum size and given a font color of RGB 153, 0 and 0, that is bit of brownish color. Then I've set a frame on that window by creating an object of the QFrame class of PyQt5 and also style that frame like I've set the frame shape, given a line width of 0.8, resized it and I've given a background image to that frame. Okay, then I have defined a class variable which will be used further for zooming and panning facility. Then I created an object label 3 of a QLabel class of the PyQt5 and this set geometry function will take argument as x coordinate, y coordinate, width of the label and height of the label. And yeah, I have created an object of QFont of PyQt5 class which will be used for the styling the font. For example, I have given a set family as Times New Roman. I have given a point size as 15. Set bold is set true. Set weight, I have given a weight of the 70. And then I have passed that object to font to this label 3 set font to class. So it will set the all the styling of that font of label to this font. And then I have aligned that thing in the center and set the text of the label 3 as an output image. Then similarly, I have created another label named label 4 and given also some fonts, given some geometry to that thing and styled that thing by giving a border of black color and a border radius of 5 pixels. Then I've set the set text of that label as a blank because further I want to display the output image onto that image to that label. And so I have and yeah, then I have ignored the size policy of the label because I want to zoom in and zoom out on that image and set the background as a transparent. Then I have defined a scroll area in that label 4's area so I can scroll over the images, and I have set the scroll bar always off to that scroll bar policy because I want to facilitate it with the hand close and hands open of the zoom and pan facility rather showing the scroll bar to that thing. Then I have defined a layout widget and it is used for aligning the two objects in a vertical or a horizontal manner. For example, if we define a QV box layout, then it will align the two objects or two items in a vertical manner. Or if we define a QH box layout, then it will align the items in a horizontal manner. So I have defined a first of all I have defined a vertical QV box layout as a vertical layout. Then passed two items like heading and one label one to that thing. You can see over here I have passed add widget heading to that object and label one. So they both will align vertically to each other. Yeah. So similarly, I have given a style, a font style, and a label styling and everything to heading and label ones also. Yeah, then I have defined a horizontal box layout which will align items horizontally. In that, I have passed the three items. One is the label, another is the input field, one is this label, another is the input field. Yeah, it is input field, and third one is a push button. So I have styled the label 2 similarly as I have styled the other label, and this line edit is used when I will be taking a path from a user of that image. It will display the path of the image over there. Then this browse button will so whenever we'll be clicking on the browse button, it will open a file dialog. So it's for that, and definitely I have given some styling to that, like giving a color, font color is a white, and background colors as RGB 70, 73, and 255, and also given us some font styling to that thing, and given a set text as a browse. So you can see here I have called a function called clicked dot connect self open. This open found function will come downstairs, come further when we go with this thing. Okay, then I have defined another zooming, two other zooming push buttons, like zoom in and zoom out. Zoom in is used for zooming in into the image, and zoom out is used for the zoom outing of the image. And also given some styling to that. Also that's color, font color is a white, and background color is 70, 73, and 255. Same as that the styling given to the browse button, and it is connected, so while clicking on the button it will connect to the zoom in function, and zoom out will connect it to the zoom out function. Yeah, and here over here I text zoom in function set text as a positive sign and zoom out as a negative sign. Oh, one more push button is there for detecting the image. When you click on this push button, it will display the image on your screen. So you can see it will call the object detection function of this class after clicking on it, and given also some font styling and button styling to this. Okay, then I have defined here a scroll called as mouse move event left. It will detect it will move the scroll area to the mouse of left. Move the scroll area. Press will click the scroll area, and release will release the scroll area. And over here I have set a cursor as open hand cursor. By default it's open hand cursor. Then I have defined a three function: mouse press event left, mouse release event left, mouse move event left. Mouse press event left will detect if mouse is pressed or not, and will initialize the position of x coordinate and y coordinate accordingly, like what is the current value of the horizontal bar and where the mouse is pressed right now. And over here pressed variable will be set true, and the cursor will be a closed hand cursor while we press the mouse. Then mouse release event will set a pressed variable as a fault, and it will set cursor to the open hand cursor, and it and x coordinate and y coordinate as what is the current value of the scroll bar at x position and y position respectively. Then mouse move event left will see if the mouse is moving or not, and it will set scroll bar value as was the initial position, and what is the difference of what was initial position and what is the current position. Then this is object detection function is the whole code of detecting object. Over here I have used the MobileNet version 3 pre-trained model for detecting an object. So this config file and frozen model are the some pre-trained values or weights of that models, and then I have passed that thing to the CV2's function, OpenCV's function DNN detection. So it will detect the images. And then I have uh, created an empty list called class label, and label to then I have opened a file of label.txt in a read mode, and strip that thing and split that thing whenever there is a space and a new line created. So it will read all the class labels and store it in the list named class labels. Then I've resized the model, like input given input size of 320 320, input scale of 1 by 127.5, and input mean as 127.5, 127.5, and 127.5. Okay, then I will be reading the image from the user. This path will take taken from the user, and this is the font scale is set as 1 and font as this for displaying the object name on that image. Yeah, then we have passed this frame, that is the image, to our model.detect function and given a threshold of 0.55, and it will return the three values: class index, confidence, and bb box. So just I have for verification I have just printed the class index value over here, and see if there is any object in the image, then it will, then this condition will become a true, and we will iterate to the three values that is written by model.detect function, and we'll see, we'll draw on a rectangle and put a text of that thing over the images. Then we'll resize the frame size with the width and height of the label 4, because we want to fit that things over there. And then I have defined a QImage class of PyQt5 and given that frame shape, frame size, strides, and everything of that frame to that image, to the QImage function. So it will return an image of the particular thing and will pixelate that thing to the label 4. So it will display that output image on the label 4. And cv2.wait key will hold an image till we press any key, and destroy window will destroy after pressing any key. Then okay, this open one function will open a file dialog when we click on the browse button. So it will take an image from the user and will print the path in the line edit thing after taking an image from the selected image from the user. And it will accept the images in the .jpg, jpeg, and .png file. Okay, then functions come zoom in, zoom out, scale image, and adjust scroll bar. Zooming function will call the internally scale image function with a value of 1.25 as argument and zoom out as a 0.8 as an argument. So what the scale image will do? It will scale the images by the factor. If we zoom in, then it will scale image by 1.25 factor, and if we zoom out, it will scale image by 0.8 factor. So basically we have the resized image over here by whatever the given factor it is given, and set that pixmat to the label 4 size. And we have adjusted the scroll bar accordingly. So this adjust scroll bar will function will adjust the scroll bar value according to the factor value. And then it comes with the main function. So we have called that class in that main function and then executed. Now I would run this program and show you the output. So this is the output of the image of the GUI. So for first of all, I'll select an image. Say I have selected this image. I'll open that. Then I'll click on the detect thing. It will detect an image. So you can see it is detecting as a dog. Here a dog and house is getting overlap, but it's okay, no issue. It is detecting a bicycle. It is detecting this as a car. So after clicking on zoom plus sign, it will zoom into the zoom in image, and this will zoom out. So you can see it is getting the paint, rather showing the scroll bar, horizontal and vertical scroll bar. So this is what I have implemented in this GUI based object detection application, and the Git link of this project is given in the description box. And thank you for referring me.